Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!
Hello friends, I'm back today with a quest video for Haarken, who fights alongside the Chaos versus the Ultramarines. On screen are the characters that I used for this event along with their relevant skill levels. A quick shout out to Pi, Tacticus Ambassador and friend, who has been invaluable in putting this together. His referral code is on screen as a thank you. Common 1 is no damage taken and Black Legion only, so we use Angrax and Archimatos. On turn 1, Angrax uses his active on the bottom 2 guardsmen, and Archimatos uses his active on the right guardsman. Haarken then uses his active on the left guardsman, which should leave you with an easy cleanup on turn 2. Common 2 is also no damage taken, and we use the same team from earlier but add Abraxas. It's pretty easy, we use Abraxas' active on turn 1, and then Arch uses his ranged attack to continue the chain of summons. Those summons will distract the enemies and allow for an easy cleanup on turn 2. Common 3 is no damage taken. We only really need Abraxas and Archie and any 2 other Chaos characters. On turn 1 we use Abraxas' active and pass the turn. On turn 2 we use Archie's active while Haarken attacks incisors with his active. From there you have an extra turn and a bunch of summons to support your cleanup efforts. For Uncommon 1, it's max 4 hits and no flame damage. We use Archie and any other character in the 3rd slot. On turn 1, one character eats the Overwatch and moves towards the healing power-up. Archie summons 3 Bloodletters on the rightmost Inceptor. On turn 2, we heal our damaged unit using the power-up and finish the battle off. In case you roll badly on your damage rolls, you still have an extra turn available. Uncommon 2 is minimum 3 hits. We use Wrask, Angrax and Malladus. If you don't have Wrask, Rotbone allows you to achieve similar outcomes. On turn 1, Haarken uses his active on the far left. Malladus uses his active in the middle, and Angrax does the same on the right. Wrask provides some shield to our team, but if you don't have him, then Rotbone's heal will be necessary. That's all there really is to it. You might need 1 or 2 tokens depending on how the enemies flee, but this is a fairly straightforward fight. For Uncommon 3 it is no heavy damage. We use Abraxas, Angrax, Archie and Wrask. On turn 1 we use Wrask's shield to eat the Overwatch attack and then move Abraxas into position to use his active. The rest of our squad also moves into position. On turn 2 we have to make sure that Bellator dies. Haarken's active helps with this, and you can either finish Bellator off with our Psychers using ranged attacks or using Archie's active. Angrax uses his active on Certus and should finish off the Ultramarine on the next turn. I have another replay here with Rotbone which I think is slightly easier, since the healing provides more insurance for a perfect clear than Wrask's shield. The replay plays out fairly similar to the earlier one, and I think this is a more reliable option provided you have the Death Guard healer. Rare 1 is no summons or power damage. We use Abraxas and Yazagor. We walk Abraxas onto the hits power-up and then swap his position with Yazagor. Haarken applies his active for bonus damage, and then Abraxas finishes the enemy off. For Rare 2 it is melee only. We use Malladus and Wrask here, but it is much easier with Rotbone. On turn 1, Wrask moves to the right and eats the Overwatch. Our squad follows behind, and then Wrask kills an enemy to provide everyone with a shield. On turn 2, Malladus' active kills some enemies. Wrask is there to help, and Haarken finishes the last eliminator. Similar to Uncommon 3, there is a small chance Wrask's shield won't be enough to block all of the damage, so Rotbone would be more consistent if you had him. For Rare 3 we have no power and use Abraxas and Archie. On turn 1 we move Haarken to the northeast damage power up and use his active on the Inceptors. If one survives, you can finish it with Archie, otherwise you use Archie's active to create an army of Bloodletters on the northern Inceptor. Abraxas summons a horde of demons on the south of the map, and from there you just clean up with your summons distracting the enemies. For Rare 4, the restriction is no psychic damage. We use Malleus, Rotbone, and Wrask. We move up and use Malleus's normal attack on the guardsman, and follow behind with the rest of our squad, finishing guardsmen off along the way. The key thing is that you should aim to use Haarken, Malleus, and Wrask's active on turn 2, and heal with Rotbone before the end of the fight. The turn counter is generous, so this should be an easy stage to finish. Rare 5 is no Terminator armor. We use Abraxas, Archie, Rotbone, and Yazagor. On turn 1, Archie summons on the left, Haarken uses his active in the middle, and Abraxas and Yazagor move up the right with Rotbone down the middle. On turn 2, we heal Haarken and use him to kill Varro. Abraxas, Yazagor, and Archie all combine to create 2 groups of summons. If Bellator survives, be mindful that he will try and summon, so try and limit the amount of space he has for this. We can clean up on turn 3. Epic 1 is minimum 4 hits. Angrax and Rotbone are used here, but only Rotbone is key. On turn 1, we move up the map and keep our units outside of engagement range. On turn 2, Haarken uses his active on the 2 Inceptors on the right, and Rotbone finishes the survivor off. Angrax uses his active on the middle Inceptor. It should be easy to clean up on turn 3, but make sure you are healed in case Angrax's passive is what does the killing blow. Epic 2 is no flame. We use Archimatos, Malleus, and Rotbone. On turn 1, we just move up the map. On turn 2, we use both Haarken and Malleus's actives. You don't need any particularly clever strategy here, just make sure to heal up on the final turn with Rotbone's active before you finish the fight. Epic 3 is max 4 hits. We use Abraxas, Archie, Wrask, and Yazagor. On turn 1, we use Abraxas' summon and then clear a path with our squad for Archie to summon Bloodletters on the northwest intercessor. This is another easy stage where lots of summons carry us through the fight, and we have a generous turn limit to finish. For Legendary 1, it is no Deep Strike. We use Archie, Abraxas, Malleus, and Rotbone, all at gold at 2 and abilities at 35. On turn 1, Malleus eats the right Overwatch and Haarken kills the left Eliminator. Abraxas and Archie add their summons to the battlefield. On turn 2, we heal our squad and clean up the battlefield. Make sure everyone is full health because there is a reasonable chance that the enemies will be killed by your summons at the start of turn 3. As I said, I've done this with gold 2 and abilities at 35, but you can probably get away with less. Legendary 2 is no summons, and we have used Diamond 1 characters with abilities at 44. On turn 1, we turtle in the bottom right. On turn 2, we use Karn's active to create some space for Malleus to move into. Malleus attacks and finishes off the last guardsman. Haarken kills an Inceptor with the help of the rest of our team. On turn 3, Karn kills another Inceptor while Rotbone heals him, and Haarken and Abraxas kill another Inceptor. The rest of the fight shows our units dancing around, getting heals, and finishing enemies off. I know that players will have characters at different levels, and this is supposed to be more of a proof of concept than a one-to-one guide, as ability and gear levels will vary wildly and therefore impact AI targeting. The Mythic stage is no heavy round. I've done this with Diamond 3 characters and abilities at level 50. We move our units to the bottom left of the map and soak up some hits. On turn 2, Malladus moves into space and soaks the Overwatch, then uses his active on the Guardsman. Haarken moves into the open space in the north and uses his active. Karn's active is next and should kill Bellator and Calgar fairly easily. After that, Abraxas can add summons to the battlefield, but the key sequence of moves has been shown. From there, just stay healthy to finish the fight. That's all I've got for this one. I hope it was useful. Thanks as always to my Patreons for their support, and bye for now.